I've tried every single funnel that you can think about or that you've heard about out there, from webinar funnels, straight up VSL funnels, one call funnels, no DM funnels, cold outbound. They all got me maybe a client, maybe two clients, but they all had friction and they all didn't help me build the type of business that I want to build for myself until I stopped upon the profile visit funnel, the profile visit ads on Instagram. And as you know, if you heard of this funnel, many coaches have used this funnel and they've made multiple six figures in new cash profit on a monthly basis. And they want to scale even up to $1 million per month from these type of funnels. And I've personally used it and I've scaled my coaching business from absolute complete ground zero all the way to 70K per month at my best month. But still, that funnel isn't as consistent or as scalable or as attainable as I want it to be. I still had to keep creating new ads every few weeks. I still had to be very much invested in promotions and marketing basically my offer, which I didn't like. I'm a married man and I wish to build more of a cozy funnel, more of a cozy system, a system that can get me predictable clients even at scale. And then I found out that there's something that is called the event funnel. And I didn't make this up. I didn't invent this up. I'm not going to act like I did. Many people, even actually from over 100 years ago, have been using this exact funnel into their businesses and into their lives and into making money from the oldest of age. Matter of fact, the biggest companies that you know of that are making insane amounts of money, Apple included, being the #1 tech company in the world today, worth trillions of dollars, uses this funnel. I was surprised that only a couple of people used it. Actually, not only did a couple of people use it, but only a couple of people succeeded in it. So what I did is I took that funnel and I've helped my wife use it. And what happened? She ran one simple online event, just 3 simple days, solving a small problem to a very specific niche, providing a valuable solution with a tangible result, no calls, no tech headaches, and guess what? No pressure. And by the end of that event, she walked away with 28K thousand in new cash collected, which turned out to be a PR, a personal record in her entire business in terms of cash collected. And she made that entire amount in less than an hour on the 3rd day of that event. And I realized, what? This is exactly what I've been looking for, but I've been ignoring it. I've been acting like, no, it's a lot of work. It's not gonna work. It's a lot of prep work. And I've been giving all of the excuses that I needed to give to not take on any actions towards this. But it's the single most effortless way to get new strangers to become your high ticket dream clients to your online business. If you're a coach, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a course creator, if you're selling services, this will work like magic. So picture this. Let me tell you a little bit of a short story about my wife. She has always been obsessed with coaching. She's always been obsessed with relationships. She has had all of this calling within her. And it's funny that I'm literally promoting her business right now. But she has loved helping women. She's always felt like it was her calling to work with females and helping females attract and land the right type of generous man that they deserve, and help them basically save time and not waste years of their lives being with the wrong person. And being that I'm now married for the last 2 years, I know for a fact that choosing your partner is probably the most important decision that you can take. Even if you're a woman or a man, doesn't matter, but it's still choosing your partner. It's the most single important decision that you can make in your life. And it can either make you to someone great, someone better than where you are right now, or it may even break you. It may take you to a very low position that you don't want to be in. But my wife decided that, okay, so I have this thing that I personally know how to help people with, but I have no idea how to get the right type of clients and work with the right type of clients. Now, being her husband, I'm literally a business coach. Um, I've helped her use what I personally used in the past, which is the profile visit ads and getting ads from IG profiles. And then from ads, you simply do some warm outbound, you post some long form content, you nurture the people, and you close the clients over a sales call. And then at some point of time, you can even close clients using a DM script, right? But here's the problem with that process. Although, yes, it works and it works amazing, I felt like it worked tremendously for specifically business coaches. So for coaches that are selling business growth, this and that specific funnel, it works best. It works best for those people. But in terms of other people, other coaches, that relationship coaches, fitness coaches, health coaches, life coaches, any other coaches that help with, let's say, a less of a tangible result, it would get them a bit of a longer sales process, which will lead into, okay, I'm spending money on ads on the top of the funnel. I'm getting attention and strangers to come my way. But what ends up happening is the sales cycle gets longer and longer and longer. And you find yourself in low profit. And even when you get to the point where you jump on the call, most of the coaches, unfortunately, are not that good at sales. And you have to be decently, let's say, even a 5 out of 10, good at sales and being good at sales calls for you to be able to close high tickets. And if you're not that good, then it's kind of a difficult system because you're relying more of a sales system and your sales skills to be able to close these clients. So all of the money that you're spending and the efforts that you're doing on marketing are not going anywhere. So what is different about what my wife did and what I'm talking about in this video? It's very simple. Even with no experience at all, and my wife has zero experience in any business whatsoever, even with that, even with very mediocre marketing experience. And she used very, very simple ads and very cheap ads, by the way, to solve a very small problem for her dream clients. And the dream clients didn't need to trust her to actually take her on that promise, to pay for the event and, let's say, buy a seat, to have their asses sit on a chair and watch my wife go into the one virtual room, and so she can literally solve all these problems. And she took them over a 3 simple day event where she literally met with these people on a daily basis, so 1 to 2 hours a day in each day, and she helped them solve that problem in a tangible way. And she showed them the process on how they can get to the dream result they're hoping to get to. And at the end of the 3 day event, she simply offered to give them access so they can work with her one-on-one and they can get support, accountability, course curriculum, so on and so forth, and be part of her inner circle program so they can become closer and they can solve that problem in close hands, if let's say. 6 out of the I think 38 people that she had said yes to her offer. And from those 6 people, she didn't chase, she didn't even close them, she didn't jump on any calls whatsoever. But at the end of those people said yes, they've put a 1K deposit. And after putting that 1K deposit, they simply texted her on her phone. They asked her a couple of questions to see if they're a perfect fit for her program. And then she simply collected payments right there into the DMs. And from there, she made 28K in new cash collected. And that's what it clicked for me. Instead of me telling you what this is and why you should even give a shit about what I'm saying right now, I'm going to give you a simple analogy to help you understand to the conclusion that I personally came up with. And maybe you can see it from my perspective. Do you remember Blackbuster? Right now, if you're not that old, I'm born in 1997, but you had to literally leave your house and hope that the movie that you rented is waiting for you there. You have to stand in line, sometimes even for 2 days. You have to stand in line, especially if it's a new movie. And guess what? Even return the next day to be able to find that movie. And after you do all of that, you may like the movie and you may not like the movie. And guess what? Nowadays, we have Netflix. $10, one click, you're in. And literally, that's what the event funnel felt for my wife. And that's what it felt for me as well. It felt like there's no calls and no resistance and no time wasted from your part and also from the client's part. It just gave that aha moment of like, yep, I definitely need this. And I know that I can trust my experience that I had with this person that already solved a small problem for me. And now I'm ready to take the next steps. Have you ever taken a free sample at Costco? No one explains the ingredients or tells you, hey, let's hop on a call and talk about the ingredients in this sample. You simply taste it. Either you like it or you don't like it, and you simply know by that. That's what basically an online virtual event, by the way, it can be done virtually or in person. I personally love the virtual because you can build this entire business online, remotely. Um, and that's what the event really does. It helps show the people if it's basically for them or if it's not for them, and show them an experience personal with you. And if it's structured the right way, then it's a pretty easy way to just make an offer at the end and close high ticket clients with high ticket dream clients that it. And I don't know, I've been feeling like all of the old funnels are feeling more and more like, you know, airport security, and they take so long, so many people to just stand with, a long line, a lot of baggage, just a lot of weight. And for what? For hoping that you have to do a lot of checkups and not even miss your window at the end of the day. Just, this event felt more like a private jet. It's premium. It's an experience exclusive with you. And you didn't have to chase again. And to me, that just clicked, and it clicked deeply as well. Now, I can go on and on with many examples to tell you about what I think about this, but I can just give you the data and you make up your mind yourself. 44% of all high ticket buyers in the last 10 years did not want to jump on any sales call. 17% of any sales cycle for the last 10 years have been involved into speaking to a salesperson. It could be the owner himself, the marketer, or it could be just a remote closer or a person that is taking care of selling the product for the company. Guess what? The rest of them, they're just people that are researching, digging, watching YouTube videos, and making up their mind. And even when they're coming up to the sales call, they've already made up their decision through the right marketing that they've watched. And they've come to the sales call pre-sold. So there wasn't any point of the sales call to begin with. You're just playing the role of pushing someone over the edge, when even if you do push them in the sales call, guess what? Even while working with them after they end up buying, they're gonna be nothing but a pain in your ass. And ask me about it. I've handled a lot of painful clients because I was at that season of my life that I thought cold DMs, jumping on calls were only the answer of painful clients. That's it. What I'm telling you is just not a theory or a hypothesis. It's a human behavior, a human psychology. We trust what we can try. Our personal experience matters a lot more than any other experiences that we see. And the proof is in the pudding. Like whenever somebody comes and gives you an advice, especially an advice that you didn't ask for, you don't take it. You only take based on the experiences that you've had. And sometimes, even you know something that could be risky, you still choose to go on with the risk simply by deciding that you want to go with the experience yourself. So we trust what we can try. Number two, we only buy what we find to be clear. Anything that we're confused about, we simply don't buy. You don't buy what you don't understand, and you don't buy what you don't trust. Three, we only say yes when it feels easy, when it feels comfortable. Focus on that word comfortable because I'm going to come back to it in a second. The event funnel, it does all of that. And again, I'm not going to come here and claim that I invented this. I didn't. I'm just here readjusting and reprogramming what it looks like. And I'm trying to communicate it to you in a simpler way because I've personally tried it. I tested it with my wife, and I'm going to be testing it myself. Here's my guilt-free call to action. If you have a coaching offer, you're planning to launch a new coaching offer, you're a creator or course creator or an entrepreneur, even if you are an agency owner and you have services that you wish to sell online that are high ticket, maybe just consider this. What if you just stopped trying to convince people? What if you just considered trying to just attract instead of chasing. What would life look like for you? It's exactly what I'm going to cover in the 1 to Millions event. In this event, I'm going to simply show you how to sell one to many instead of one to one, and how to use it as leverage to consistently get high-ticket clients for life with one single system, and help you craft the entire event pitch and presentation for your event during those 4 days into the 1 to Million challenge. Not for everyone, and if it only spoke to you even a little bit, there's a link nearby in the description, so give it a check, see if it talks to you, see if it's something that you wish to learn a bit more about. No pressure, simple clarity, and simple guidance to where you need to be to create the right pitch for your next event or even for your next sales presentation.